Welcome to another edition of Salute to Industry. I'm Alexandra O'Neill, and today we are joined by our friend from LeafHome, Nick Bussey. Nick, thanks so much for being here with us today. Let's first start out by you telling us about your company and what you guys do specifically.
Yes, LeafHome is one of the number one rated in the country for home remodeling. And what's unique about LeafHome is it is a headquarters that houses many different companies or sister companies, if you will, that focus on different areas of the house, from remodeling to foundation to gutter protection, even things that are inside the home that you can remodel that will help people with disabilities, like walk-in tubs. So it's a really unique company that is growing significantly across the country, including Canada. And there's just so much to offer within this company, and internally there's a lot more to cover, which I believe is why we're on here right now.
You guys started out in Ohio, and then you're now all the way in Canada, and there was something about Vegas I read, right?
Yes, that's correct. We have a fairly brand new headquarters in Las Vegas, Nevada right now.
And what does that say about your company? I mean, obviously good things, but specifically, can you speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, with growth comes a lot of things. With a great work culture, the employees love a good retention rate. It also means that we have a great product and great service. It says a lot about the company. But since we are growing across the whole country into the western part of the United States, it really kind of puts us in a position to why not put a headquarters to cover that area. So we're growing by staff, and we're growing by our products, and we're acquiring new businesses. Just it almost seems like quarterly now.
Now, you are former Army. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Tell us who you guys are looking to hire specifically.
Yeah, I actually manage the all of military engagement of all of our companies under the LeafHome name, and I believe it might be roughly around 6 companies. And we're looking to hire people with good work ethic, great leadership skills, those who can adapt to new systems while creating new ones, and just overall are good managers and leaders. And this is why I love my job, because there's no more diverse group in diversity that holds all these skills better than our United States military of all of our branches. So we're really looking to bring that quality into the company, into the workforce, while at the same time tackling and bridging the gap between military service members in the transition into the corporate and civilian private sector.
Definitely, and we'll talk more on that after. But first, I want to talk about options that people have within the company. So say someone gets hired with your company, what options do they have within?
Oh, absolutely. We have everything from our multiple shops across the whole country. We have our headquarters and a lot of corporate level positions, from IT to finance, project management, event marketing, digital, social media marketing, facility management. And of course, we also have plenty of subcontractors to install our products on multiple different homes and businesses. So everything from support, admin, to management and leadership positions.
So there's a little bit of everything. You can
There's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's really great options for people. And how about for military spouses? I'm a military spouse myself. So I would love to know for myself or for other spouses as well, what their options
Yeah,
are.
military spouses are absolutely valued in the military. My wife as well. There's a lot to go through and a lot to handle, and you two are part of the job itself in some way, shape, or form. So we focus a lot on trying to also bridge that gap, but not just for military service members, but also their spouses and their families. So we have created different programs. So one is our Leaf Family Veteran Program. This tailors to spouses that are looking for jobs within our headquarters, also within our event marketing roles. And what's significant about this is that a lot of these positions can be transferable to different locations. Because I know that service members are always moving every 2-3 years. The spouses are going with them. So yeah, so it's really nice to have kind of that safe haven on a spectrum of employment for our spouses and the family members.
Right. Well, that's great information. And I know all the other spouses watching are very happy to hear that too, that they're included as well. So thank you guys for that. Let's talk about your personal experience from, transitioning out of the Army and then into the company you're at right now. How was that experience for you?
The experience is rough at first, and I'm glad that I learned it firsthand. I didn't have too much help or knowledge transitioning out of the service, and what comes with that is a full roller coaster and range of emotions. You're beating a clock down to the very second because you're trying to get that secure job before you get
Right.
out to financially support yourself or family. So I went through, a few different situations looking for that right job, and all of a sudden I'm looking at this company, Leaf Filter, which is one of the sister companies underneath LeafHome. And it was $1 billion company. I've never heard of them.
Mhm.
I knew they were looking for recruiting. So I actually reached out to Mr. Jolino, who's the director of the company of all LeafHome. And, he said, hey, we're looking to really bring in the military culture inside this company. We really want to bring in the talent that we have outside in our military community. What can you do? And I was so excited that I think all night, I just wrote the whole plan of how we're going to build this from scratch, from programs to external programs, partnerships, and internal programs to keep our hired veterans inside the company feel welcome. And right from there, we actually trickled into this position to military engagement. So aside from the rough, not knowing what's going to happen, it was a lot to learn, and it ended up being a successful story. And from there, I'm able to share it and help service members not have to battle these type of challenges and be able to get right into the workforce.
Yeah, that's great. So it seems like everything really fell into place, right? Exactly how it was supposed to for you. So that's great.
Sure did.
Yeah. So talking about getting ready for being able to get out and being prepared, tell us about the Skill Bridge internship.
Yeah, SkillBridge is
That's a hot
probably
topic right now. I know we were talking about that earlier.
it is. SkillBridge is probably the hottest topic on social media. Service members are all getting their LinkedIn and just trying to figure out how do they find a way into the private sector. And SkillBridge is what bridges that gap. That's why it's called SkillBridge. And what it does, it's offering up to 6 months to all service members of all branches
Mhm.
to get in the door, hang up that uniform, and during the last 6 months of their service, come and train and work in a department or a role with a company and learn that trade. So at the end, they can have a successful offer letter and stay with the company employed on payroll, have a skill, have a trade, and put really ultimately their skills at work.
Mhm.
And since we started this, I believe in May, really we kicked it off in May in 2020, and we now have over 100 people in our program.
Wow. And that just keeps growing like the rest of the
Yes,
year. Just
it
that's
is.
awesome. How can we find you guys? So say someone's watching right now and they're like, okay, I'm sold. I want to be part of this company. Who should people contact? Who should they look out for or email or whatever?
Yeah, you can go to our careers page at leafhome.com or Leaf Filter. They both will forward you to the same careers page.
Mhm.
If you're on LinkedIn and you're a military spouse or you're a service member, whether you're post separated or you're transitioning, or if you're moving from base to base as a spouse, you can reach out to me. I'm heavily on LinkedIn. We
Mhm.
now have launched our first military programs initiative website, which is a landing page that branches off Leaf Home, where you can actually pick which program, whether it's the family veteran program for spouses, if it's hiring our heroes, Skill Bridge, or one of our internal programs. You can also go to that webpage and submit your information. It comes right to my team, Military Engagement for Leaf Home.
Okay, awesome. Great information. And any final last words that you would like to get out there for anybody watching right now?
Yeah, I
Or
always want to tell.
any other information you'd like to share right now?
Absolutely. The number one thing that I'm always going to always express to veterans and also spouses as well is make sure you engage and network with the professionals on LinkedIn. It's a great tool. Find a mentor. Utilize Veterati. It's a free mentor service that is veterans mentoring veterans.
Okay.
Get on that. Connect with Vets to Industry from Brian Arrington. That's another good way to connect yourself and spouses and veterans with leading industry leading companies.
All right, awesome. Well, we'll wrap that up today, and I appreciate you coming on and sharing all this great information with us. And we will be talking to you another time. Nick,
My
thank you so
pleasure,
much.
Alex. Thank you.